Now that I've decluttered and organized the entire master suite, the kids' bathroom, the guest bathroom, and my youngest daughter's room, it's time to move on to resetting my son's room. I'm starting by moving all of his stuff out of his closet and onto his bed to sort the next day. For those of you who are new to my channel or this series, I'm steadily decluttering and organizing our entire house to further simplify our lives and to realign with my slow living goals. I'm about a few months into this project and I'm on track to have our entire house decluttered and at least somewhat organized before the end of the year. My kids stay with their grandparents for 2 to 3 weeks, give or take, every summer. Since they're currently there, I thought I'd go ahead and reset their rooms while they're away, just to make it easier on myself. As mentioned, I already did my youngest daughter's room, and I started a time will tell bin and a trash bag for actual trash, both for all three of them to share. I just finished sorting through everything that I took out of my son's closet. I've got his toys here, or most of his toys here. There's another toy, his magic set. This is all trash, and then I've got a pile of stuff for the time will tell bin, which is right here. I'm just reusing the same one I used in my youngest daughter's room. And then the next thing I will be doing is moving his toys back into his closet. I moved his desk here and I'm going to use it as a shelf to organize his toys. I'll be using that one, and then there's a shelf, and then using the floor as well. So I'll get started on that now. I am not liking how this is looking at all. I think I'll get him some of those square fabric cube bins like these, but smaller, because it doesn't look good. And then I can use these smaller ones in his clothes shelf right there. But for now, it's gonna have to work. It's Monday now. Over the weekend, I was able to work on my son's room a bit. Actually, a lot. I got most of it done. But I did some cleaning, like dusting and vacuuming. I also tried a couple different layouts. The first layout I tried was, you know, the standard bed coming off the wall vertically, facing the door. But I had to change it because my kids saw my youngest daughter's declutter and organize video and they all panicked. So I moved it back horizontally across the wall like this. I won't get my standard layout after all. Also, I know my son wants me to move his desk back into his room out of the closet. I was just thinking it would be good to have extra shelving in there, and he doesn't really use his desk, but if he wants it out in his room, that's fine with me. I'll just utilize the one shelf and the floor for his toys. And now all I have left to do today is his bookshelf, and then of course moving his desk back in. So I have a fairly easy day today since I got a lot done during the weekend. So let's get into it, shall we? I want to elaborate on when my kids saw my youngest daughter's room declutter video last week. They all made such a fuss. They were concerned I was getting rid of too much stuff, and they didn't like her new room layout. I don't think they really understood the time will tell bin, but I reassured them that I didn't get rid of anything except actual trash, that they can reclaim items from the time will tell bin if they find they're missing something specific, and that I can always switch their layouts back if they truly hate it. Yeah, I'd like to get rid of half of their stuff and lay out their rooms in a more classic way. I do lean toward minimalism and functionality personally, but when it comes down to it, their rooms are theirs, and I want them all to feel comfortable in their home and personal spaces, especially because that's something I didn't really have growing up. My siblings and I were in and out of foster care. It was very difficult for me. There was no real sense of stability or permanency for me as a child, and I wanted nothing more than to irreparably reunite with my family, which never happened. It was what it was, but I want my kids to have that comfort and feeling of a stable home, and I can give that to them. If that means, at least in part, having their beds shoved up in a corner of their rooms and reclaiming all of their possessions that I placed in the time will tell bin, as long as there's some order to their spaces, then so be it. So in the end, I didn't actually get rid of anything in my son's room either, except for obvious trash, of course. But I placed a few of his things in the kids' time will tell bin, relocated several things that didn't belong in his room, and added actual trash to the trash bag. After all, the whole point of decluttering and organizing my house one room at a time, including the kids' spaces, is so that we can simplify. I want our house to be more easily manageable, with less chaos and time spent cleaning, and more quality time for my family, as well as time for other things I enjoy besides home management. I do like home management a lot, but I digress. My son's bedroom is all reset, and I'm ready to tackle my oldest daughter's bedroom next.